Hello there. This GameEngine video demonstration will highlight what I have done for my game level design scene. My name is Steve Yapoyan, student ID S19159521, and now let's proceed on with the video demonstration. The task handed down to us was to create a 3D game level design with a theme in mind. This has to be accomplished through the use of only OpenGL API functions as well as the C++ programming language. This is how my game level design looks like. I have gone with a post-apocalyptic city theme. As you can see, the mossy ground is visibly destroyed. To add to that, there's a crashed plane in the crater. The plane crashing down from above could be the cause of the crater. The mossy terrain is a sign that humanity has not sustained this area for decades. Some included elements that we are able to spot are the dead trees at the back, the dull sky, and the abandoned hospital infrastructure. In my game scene, I have included 5 different assets. They are a dead tree, wooden bench, traffic light, garbage bag, and an abandoned hospital. External assets would be the dull sky skybox, mossy terrain, and a height map for it. So, why did I go for a skybox instead of a skydome? During the testing phase, not only did the skydome not function correctly, but it uses the same amount of CPU storage as a skybox. Therefore, I have chosen to go with a skybox which uses the same amount of CPU storage as well as for, of course, self-preference. Here are 2 figured graphs where both are tested around the 30-second mark. You can see both uses 1.2 GB of CPU memory. I have also implemented keyboard controls for the game scene, where it not only controls movement, but the FPS camera as well. The controls on the keyboard are the W, A, S, and D keys. Let's talk a little about performance profiling. When the game was tested out on both Windows and Linux, there were a few differences that could be spotted, one of which is the FPS counter. For Windows, the game ran at around 300 FPS, whilst on Linux, it ran for over 3000 FPS. There actually is a very good reason for this massive difference in terms of FPS. It is because the terrain and a tree's texture was unable to load in Linux correctly. Therefore, everything ran faster in Linux. Over the course of the module, my work has been constantly committed to GitHub. At the start, I made 2 different branches, one for labs and another for main. What this means is that when I am working on completing the labs, they will all be committed into the labs branch. And when everything has been finalized, they will all be committed to the main branch for the final demonstration. Before I end off the video demonstration, I would like to give a shout out to Sketchfab and the creators of the models I used in my game scene. Here are the references to which